everybody? It's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. It's a challenge! That's right, we were challenged from John at Gentleman and a Whiskey to discuss how we found our bourbon unicorns, and because pretty much everything I have is a unicorn at this stage of the game, we have to go back to the collection and go through it. So I'll catch you in the basement. Alright, so because of what I just told you, here we are in the basement collection again. Now, this really hasn't changed a whole lot since you last saw it. I'll put a link above to my actual collection video. But as I told John from Gentleman and Whiskey, pretty much everything I have is a unicorn. So I'll go through the deep, dark details on how I acquired all of these and whether I consider it a unicorn or not. So first off, we're going to start over here with the Russell's Reserve 13s. We got Batch 1, Batch 3, and Batch 5. Batch 1, pick that up in store. Fine Wine and Good Spirits for 70 doll hairs. When they originally launched those, they had like cases of them. Cases of them sitting on the floor. Easy pickup, Batch 1. Batch 3, really hard to get. I actually had to trade for that. I think I traded a Blanton's or two. I think I traded 2 Blantons to get that. Batch 5 here, my buddy Trenton got that in store. It was really hard to get. Got that in store and then gave it to me at cost. So thank you. So that was through a friend, trade, and just a regular buy-in store in PA. So that's how we got those 3 unicorns, you might call it. This is actually not a wild turkey. It's the Sherwood Pure Rye, if you will. This I traded for, but these were released at a couple stores in Maryland. But I traded a couple Blantons to get this, and it actually ended up being cheaper to me MSRP-wise to do that than it was to buy it. But this is a fantastic 14-year-old MGP rye. Definitely consider that a unicorn. One of the best ryes I own. Behind that's the old Wild Turkey Unforgotten. I think one of actually the last good Master's Keep they did. Sorry to say. The rest have been a complete ripoff. That one I got in store. Just walked in the store and bought it. No big deal. All right, I got two Stagg Juniors. One of these I walked into a Cherry Hill Total Wine in New Jersey, and it was just on the shelf for like $56.99, 57 doll hairs. That's how I got that one. The other one I have right here. Big friend of the channel, James, got this for me when he was on a trip in Illinois, I believe. It was just sitting on the shelf there. 55 doll hairs. He sent it to me. Great guy. Right. Bombberger's 2023. This one came from, again, my friend in Tennessee sent me this one, the 2023. So that was just a gift for the channel. You know who you are. Thank you, sir, for that one. Delicious bottle. One of my favorites from last year in 2023. The new 2024 behind it there. We'll do a video on that soon. Probably the same week this airs. That was also from a friend. So, kind of helps when you have a channel. Hey, you don't have to send me the stuff that good, but people do, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate anything anyone sends me, but I'm just talking about the Bombbergers are kind of unicorns. They're hard to get. I would not consider Weller 107 a unicorn, although this is a store pick. Those are harder. This was a Fine Wine and Good Spirit just on the website. So far we've had a mix of in-store trades and just gifts from friends of the channel. This one's an interesting one. This is the rarest bottle I own. It's a 13th Colony. Again, 13-year, 149.3 proof. Compute, 74.7% alcohol by volume. I believe the oldest rye they've ever done. This was interesting. So, Jason from the Mash and Journey got a different bottle, and it was in a live stream, and I commented on it, and a guy goes, "Oh, I know a store that got one," and it was in Tennessee. And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "What store is it?" And he told me, and it turned out the best man at my wedding, one of my best friends from college, my buddy Callum, lives in that particular town in Spring Hill, Tennessee. I said, "Hey, go down to that store and get me one." And he went down there, and the guy would not sell it to him. But I reached out to the owner, got his information, and eventually he agreed to sell me one. So then my buddy picked it up for me and got it for me. But this one was really hard to acquire, kind of an odd way to do it. Probably if I didn't have a channel, the guy wouldn't have sold it to me, but he did sell it to me. But there you go. That's the rarest bottle I have. Only like 92 bottles period out of that barrel. That's probably the rarest bottle I own. Angel's Envy 2023 cash strength for my friend Tim, gift to the channel. This one came from Massachusetts, I believe. So again, through friends of the channel is where I get a lot of these. I don't know that I consider a batch proof a unicorn, but I do really dig these. This came from my good buddy Dave. He got this one for me. But these do appear in PA, but like this one, he got to me nice and early, so I could do like an earlier review, prepare all of you for it. But I guess it's kind of a unicorn. It's kind of a unicorn, you know what? Because I love it when people are friendly in the whiskey community and help each other out. So we'll consider a unicorn for that reason. All right, on to the second shelf. And I got an empty one here. So this is a Vino de Naranja cask finish Reserve Select Sagamore. And you say, let's see, well, that's no unicorn. Look, a lot of the Sagamores actually are unicorns. This one was actually the bottle from the Mash and Journey Summer Jam last year. So it's signed by Jason C. and Scott. So that's kind of why I drank it all. It's empty, but it's kind of a unicorn to me. It's a really cool bottle. There's only like, 200 in some of these bottles, period. So kind of a unicorn. Really won't consider the Elijah Craig's to be unicorns. You can get them 3 times a year. Yes, some batches are better than others, but they're all acquired the same way. Purchased in PA. Might have had 1 or 2 where a friend gave me one, but I could have then got it later in PA. So these are available in PA. Maybe not right away, but they are generally. Although they're not unicorns. This one kind of is. Just bought off Sealbox, baby. A 10-year MGP finishing cognac casks. Awesome bottle. I told all of you about this as soon as I knew about it. There's only about 1,000 of these bottles. Very good stuff. But Bull Run did other stuff, I think, for Total Wine. But this is the only one they did for Sealbox. True unicorn here. This is a short barrel, 12-year-old MGP rye at 131.4 proof. Couldn't have been many of these. This was another whiskey tuber. Echoes of Bourbon Glory did a pick of this, and I happened to see it just advertised. Hadn't followed the guy, but just saw it advertised, and I was like, man, that's too good to pass up. So I got it, and I mean, she's in the running for 2024 Rye of the Year, for sure. Fantastic bottle. I do consider that a unicorn. Look how dark it is. There's just not that kind of age and proof on MGP Ryes much anymore today. Peerless Double Oak Rye is hard to come by, but not really a unicorn. Probably the same with the George Dickel's, although this is one of the highest proof ones I've ever had, 104.8 proof. That in itself kind of makes this a unicorn. Picked this up on a work trip in New Mexico. These are just more Sagamores. There's a bunch of them in here. Look, some of the people helped me get these. Like if they were only dropped in a certain state. I have a maple cask that was only dropped in a certain state. Guy helped me get it. Can't thank you enough for that. A lot of these other ones are distillery exclusives. And look, you might say, look, they're not unicorns, Bourbonville. They are. There's only a barrel or 2 of these things done. That's it. Usually a barrel or 2. So you're talking like 200 to like, maybe 500 bottles of each one of these. They're not massive quantities, folks. And the length of finishing and what you're getting in these things is certainly top tier rye. And I'm going to be honest with you, top tier rye. You're not going to get that much anywhere else. Now, this one's really interesting. What is that, you say? It's Jack Daniel's Midsummer's Dram. That's right, my buddy Nick sent this to me. This is a unicorn because there's only 12 bottles in existence of this little size, and it is Jack Daniel's barrel-proof rye finished in port-soaked barrels. So we'll do a review of that one. That's pretty cool. Jack Daniel's 12, I don't know if that's batch 1 or batch 2, and then the 10 behind it. The first set of those I got in store in PA. The second batch I had traded for, and then was able to get another batch. I'm sorry, the first set I got in PA at a store. I just find one of good spirits, just went in and got them when they dropped. I got a second batch then online, and then I traded those for the ones from this year. So this is the new 12, and I already drank the old 10s. I guess that was the new 10 back there. Jack Daniel's Twice Barreled Special Release, online drop on PA. Got that, fantastic. This is my second bottle. The first one I drank, I ordered that online from somewhere. Did no special secret sauce to that one. But do consider those unicorns. One of my favorite bourbons of all time. Certainly still in first place for 2024 Bourbon of the Year. Hardin Creek Jacob's Well Batch 211 or 2. Online buy. Nothing special there. Not from PA, just online in general. Coy Hill. Now, here's a fun story, honestly, it really is. So Coy Hill, at the time when this would have came out, which was like 4 years ago at this point. Well, no, 3 years ago at this point. These were in drops, in-store drops in PA. So I went in and got one. It was limit 1. And as you know, I do have a second sealed one. I just, threw in a different t-shirt and a hat and went in and got a second one. So that's how you get 2. 2 of those. So, quick wardrobe change nets you a second one there. Knob Creek, the 15, the 18, all those they're all special. But the Knob Creek 12 cast strength actually was an LE, one of the best LEs I've ever done. Total Wine in Claremont, Delaware had cases upon cases of these. That's where all mine came from. Long sold out. Long sold out. So sorry if you wanted that. We're just down to a last couple other unicorns here. Calumet 16, I don't necessarily consider a unicorn. It was hard to get, but when they were available, you could kind of get them. So I'm not really going to consider that a unicorn, but got that one online as well. Just not special, just another online store. Okay, Remus Gatsby Reserve. This one was online from PA. That simple. That simple. Heaven Hill 17, walked into a store in PA, it was on the shelf. No secondary pricing here. Bourbon Bill does not pay secondary pricing, but this was a really cool one to get for that. Same with the Old Fitz 19, online PA. It was an online PA store. It wasn't in the store. I consider this one kind of a unicorn. You don't really see these much anymore. It's a Lucky 7, 14-year proprietor. They did a 15 too. This was a Bourbon Street Wine and Spirits store pick. Walked into the store, tasted through a couple different barrels at the time they had of this, and picked one of my favorite. And it was this one. So that's how we got that one. Let's see. I don't really tell you what. This one over here kind of is a unicorn. The Widow Jane 10-year anniversary bottle in the copper, online PA. That's how we got that one. Remus 5, one of this bad, didn't get it in PA. Buddy O'Sheen picked it up for me, I believe in New Jersey or Maryland. Love that bottle, really nursing the last of it. Man, that's most of the unicorns. It's pretty much everything I own. Like I said, there's just a few that we skipped over because I didn't want to make this a complete, redo of the collection video. The last one I'll talk about here is the infamous Creston's Wine and Spirits number 3 Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. You might say, Bourbon Bill, that's just a store pick JD. Well, you're right, except this one tastes like the JD 10-year barrel proof, and it's way darker than any other store pick I've ever had. This is a true unicorn of store picks. They don't make them like that anymore, and they probably never will since JD's doing the age series now. That was before they did the age series, which is why they bottled older picks at that time. What's cool about that one is I drank the first bottle. I picked it up at Creston's in Delaware, drank it, loved it. Good buddy Rob said, hey, I didn't love mine so much. I got it. You want it? I said, heck yeah. And he gave me 2 of them. I drank the other one, and that's the last one I have that's sealed. If anyone else has any Creston number 3s laying around, you let me know. It's my favorite ever store pick of Jack Daniel's barrel proof. These were all from online in PA, in-store in PA, and a lot of the really hard to find ones were, just connections or gifts or, trading with people. Don't really do the secondary, but just trading with people I know and stuff like that. So it's hard to do this if you're just a one-man band. You're not a friendly individual, and you live in a liquor control state like I do. Your chances of getting most of these are slim to none. But thank you, John, for shouting us out for this. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'm going to shout out your drinking buddy for this one. So let's see it. I want to see where he got his unicorns from. If he opened his wallet, or people helped him, or he just got lucky in a store. All right, we'll see everybody. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everybody.